My base agriculture is from Yanswile Acharya NG Ranga University, currently known as Professor Jaishankar Telangana Agriculture University. I passed out in 1994 batch, and college was the Agriculture College Ashurapet, and I belong to second batch of the college, which is situated in the agency area of Khammam district in present Telangana. Basically, my father and the grandfather are from agriculture family. Father used to work as a high school teacher in various villages of Khammam districts. So that's one of the important part of my life, where we grown up in villages and in the lap of nature along with the farming community across. We are into financial services, and we also know that it is a very high requirement of capital. However, we worked in various capacities and our savings and available capital was limited. And we means myself and two more friends who are also from the agri and rural background have started this company. So we mobilized a good amount of fund initially, close to 1 crore. There are friends and family members from close circuits have helped us initially, but however, with immediate takeoff, we could able to mobilize loans from the very reputed organizations across India. And recently we have got major funding from India's premier institute, the SIBI Venture Capital, so that our growth is as per our ambition. We grow the company. Before starting Sagraha, my career of 18 years was mostly into rural and agriculture financial services. Initial 10 years of my career is with agri input companies, handling marketing, logistics, farmer education mechanisms, when conducting field trials, and all this manner. And also later part of my career was into banking. However, it is mostly confined to the rural financial services, providing banking services in rural areas, where we were the pioneers in 2006-7 times with one of the leading private banks of India. There we have identified that most of the India, wherever we travel across to the rural part, unbanked areas, people are being exposed to the high interest rates of the local money lenders, lack of formal banking services and insurance services. People are exposed to the various hazards of these functions. So hence we decided we want to be in the space of financial inclusion. So today we are very proudly say that within 3.5 years of our inception, we could able to reach out to the 6 states, 45 districts with 110 branches. We are servicing 250,000 customers across these 6 states. The 6 states include Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Orissa and Kerala. And all these areas, and 95% of these 2.5 lakh customers are rural area. We are very proud. So we also have a lot of the banking service, in the sense Aadhaar enabled payment system, Aadhaar based loan application system, where we can check the credit bureau of a rural customer within 15 seconds. We don't need to do a data entry of the customer, where Aadhaar QR code reading or iris reading can help us. And that's how we also do a lot of financial literacy programs, especially to run with the audio visual programs or our trained staff. And today we have more than 1,000 employees being on rolls of Sagraha, who are the frontline warriors of this financial inclusion program being undertaken by Sagraha. And we do a lot of these financial literacy programs to our customers to understand and to empower them with the banking services, the mode of utilization of RuPay cards, how to manage the savings account, how to manage their excess surplus of any earnings can be put into their savings account, and how to take loans, where to take loans, and what kind of interest rates they have to look at. So all and the hazards of over borrowing also being taught. So that's how today Sagraha is one of the leading corporate business correspondent with the five institutions. Namely, we work with Yes Bank Limited, RBL Bank Limited, IDBI Bank, IDFC Bank, and also of course Reliance Commercial Finance. My all initial days of work is with the corporate companies, so my exposure to any of the entrepreneurs were limited. However, in 2009-10, I worked with one of the leading microfinance institution in India at that time, and the promoter of that company, Mrs. Padmaja Reddy, was my inspiration. I have seen her grown from nowhere, 1990s to these late 2000s, where she has created a 15,000 employees organization from nowhere, from scratch. So those kind of stories, when I saw, it was an amazing journey. That's kind of an inspiration. However, it took time to realize my dream of getting an entrepreneurship. Thanks to my two friends, Kishore and Rahul, for strengthening my dream and happening this in real time. Now, as I mentioned, we are focusing only on the rural India. So whenever we enter a new district, new taluk or new village, so particularly our agronomy and meteorology we learned in agriculture college is the most important. When I enter, definitely we look at the weather patterns, the rainfall pattern, the irrigation capacities, the cropping pattern and seasonalities, because how come the rural folk we are targeting, whether they are sufficiently employed with agriculture, there is any industries, agro processing industries, whether they migrate or they don't migrate. This will definitely inform us the financial capabilities and their earning capabilities in that geography. Suppose you take in one example of North Karnataka versus South Karnataka. In North Karnataka, mostly the dry lands, all dependent on your agriculture and rainfall. So once rainfall is good, North Karnataka produces very good, but however lack of rainfall or drought conditions will severely impact the livelihood and earning capabilities of the customers. Mostly they will migrate, where then the servicing of loan becomes problematic. The agriculture economics, we definitely look at the farm mechanization and also what are the earnings and what is the cost of production or cost of cultivation. All these factors very important, and of course agriculture extension is one of the very important subject which I look at, because motivating factors, educating mostly the rural folk, the agriculture extension is one of the very important subject I could say.
What are the critical success factors of your business?
Any business as a startup, if you want to succeed, you have to have a domain knowledge. As an entrepreneur, when you are starting up, you need to have one definite domain knowledge of understanding the technology, people, the services you are required for, compliance levels you are looking at, what is the kind of budget you are looking at. However, the execution part is mostly dependent on the team you select. Are the co-promoters along with you, or the senior management, or the junior management, or the field officers who are on the ground who is delivering your dreams. We need to be very cautious enough how your finances, cash management or cash flow management. So these are all the very vital things for any entrepreneur to be successful. Annual turnover is mostly we disburse close to 500 crores of loans every year, and especially current year, maybe year on year it is growing.
What are the problems that you faced in your business and how did you manage them?
See, problems in any kind of business is common, but however being focused, certain problems like in some time the demonetization has impacted a bit in few packets because of cashlessness at that point of time. However, it has been recovered now, but also some of the areas where training and retaining employees also a challenge, and in few times raising funds for the company at an amicable interest rates and terms and conditions is also very challenging, which we have to look at.
Okay, what are your future plans for business expansion?
So currently we are in 6 states and we may add 1 or 2 more states in coming year. But however, we want to add more and more products. Today we do the self-help group loans, JLG loans, the consumer durable loans, 2-wheeler, 3-wheeler loans, and small business enterprise loans of up to 10 lakhs and 15 lakhs ticket also we are providing. But we want to add more and more products which are suitable for the rural customers. We are working with our partner banks to expand our services through these.
Message for budding entrepreneurs.
So budding entrepreneurs first need to have the domain knowledge. Whatever within agriculture also there are so many avenues, but having that kind of domain knowledge is very important. Number 2, a proper business plan based on certain assumptions. Number 3, always better to have some mentors at a senior level who are already entrepreneurs or who are having a good experience in the sector. Number 4, always have a good team. Last but not least, relationship management with various stakeholders in the ecosystem is most important thing.